My tournament leader, Dr. Levon Aronian, is with us. And probably his opponent will join us in a minute soon. In a minute soon. And there she is, Hou Yifan is also joining us to talk us through that game. Here, all the pawns have disappeared, yeah? Queen h5, rook h6.
Yeah, it's kind of a practical decision, yeah, from Arkady, but...
Any winning chances here, chess experts?
Probably little, because you'll put the pawn on f4, the king on h3, and just it's too safe. I mean, if Belek manages, of course, pin the pawn on f2, then there are chances. But I don't know if he'll manage it.
So Levon, looks like more nice homework from you. You got pressure out of the opening again, right?
I actually didn't remember so much about the a6 move, but while Hou was thinking, I figured out that this d5 bishop b2 should be very strong. Because why otherwise you would think here? The only sensible move other than c take d is probably a6.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked kind of interesting after e5. I was thinking that maybe the best way for you is to play knight g8 after e5. Move number 10.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yeah, I mean in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought knight g8, knight d7, knight c6. And it looks black is playing with fire, but I mean, I know you guys are skeptical.
Very.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were very scared here, right?
But it's not so easy, because after a4 you can always meet with a5. Then you put the knight to c6. Okay.
But if you go knight b5, then it will never be easy to go knight e7.
Yeah. Yeah, probably it's just me. Yeah.
No, I think you would be really enjoying it during the game, yeah?
Maybe knight g4, knight h6.
Knight g4 I thought is not good because of just castle. I just ignore it. And then eventually I'll play rook d1.
With the idea a4.
Yeah, it looks very unpleasant. But I thought maybe move number 13 I should have played queen c2.
Yeah.
I was tempted to bring the queen there, but maybe this was more precise. Then you probably have to play g6, but maybe this was more precise. Something like b3, queen to c3, bishop f5, queen c3. I don't know. But anyway, I should have had a very good position, but then I blundered queen f5, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some weird reason I was only considering queen g6, and there bishop d3 works. Rook d8, queen f3.
Yeah.
And white wins. I mean, bishop g4, there's some endgame, but white has a healthy extra pawn. After bishop g6, rook d1, queen d1, bishop takes h7 or bishop f7, doesn't matter. They should be winning. And
small update before we continue. The Knightage Carlsen game did end in a draw.
And then yeah, I couldn't really figure out what to do after queen f5. Because, I mean, if I retreat with the queen, then black manages to play h6. So knight g5 is 11. And knight e4 I didn't want to play so early. I thought it's too early to play this. Because black can even, answer with some, I don't know. Takes bishop e6, then knight to d5. I thought black might survive this. And then I saw this position that, of course, it looks visually almost draw, but practically it's very unpleasant to be on the black side, because you have to come up with some important decisions, and Hou was down on time, so I thought that this will be unpleasant, the most unpleasant from a practical point for her. And my play is very easy. I just play f3 and bring the rook.
We were wondering if f6 here was possible, but then
Yeah, sure.
Or bishop e3 as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the moves. I thought the h6 was tricky because Hou was trying to make me play bishop e3 and then knight d7, and it was kind of tricky, this h6, I thought. But yeah, bishop h4, and after rook c1 I thought that black had to play knight e3, move number 25.
Hang on here, just one question after rook b8, what was your intention here? Because you have all kinds of nice moves. Did you consider this?
Yes, I mean bishop e7, bishop f5, bishop d6 takes, bishop b8 probably wins. Ah no, here it doesn't
That-
win. With the pawn on
yeah,
h7 it wins.
Yeah, because it still continues with this bishop takes
Bishop
first,
f3,
yeah.
rook e1, yeah?
And then rook b8, rook e5,
Takes.
bishop c6, we had this position.
But this is almost drawn.
It's almost drawn, yeah, this is what I was saying.
Ah, so maybe you could play like this.
I mean, this was my line to trying to hold
Ah, but
on.
maybe I have rook d1 instead of taking on c5. Or it doesn't really matter. I mean, just to keep some control. It's tough to say. Anyway, so she played c4, which I thought was correct, and then I took rook c1, and then I thought you had to play knight e3. Then I probably have to play rook d2, and then something like knight f5, bishop f2, and maybe here bishop e6. Maybe this was more resilient. Now that I take, you play rook d8.
But bishop a6?
No, rook d8.
Ah, sorry.
Ah, but it's probably also very bad, yeah? Takes an a4.
Takes an a4.
Okay, but at least better version.
Yeah.
You have activity here. The knight. And yeah, after bishop e6, takes, rook a7, what happened in the game. Yeah, I thought after bishop e4, probably black's last chance was f5. I thought she had to do this. And then if I take, I mean, then I mean, it's probably close to win, but it's very difficult to win this. And if I play bishop c6, then she has rook c8, bishop a4, and rook a c7. You know, obtaining some control. Yeah. And after a5, I thought this is just yeah, it's just hopeless because all my pieces get in the game. Yeah. Yeah, once the rook is on d4, it should be very difficult.
And here we were discussing when, in such situations, when do you think is the right time to cash in? You were just sure this endgame was winning because you saw you were winning.
Yeah, I was sure that it should be winning.
Takes and rook c7.
It's best just to cash in and play quickly, you know, as we already discussed, Swidler's tactic of winning endgames. Just make a decision and but do it quickly.
Okay, but the cash-in part, how do you know when you're cashing in and when you're not cashing in?
It doesn't matter as long as it's quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just don't think is your advice.
Because if there are, you know, decisions, then normally you'll regret. But if you do it quick, you didn't see any other opportunities for you normally. So
wisdom, ladies and gentlemen.
Once
That's why we
again,
call
yes.
him Dr.
Once
Levon.
again.
That's why he has 5 out of 6. He has all this knowledge. So yeah, things are looking good for you. Yifan, you were talking about you weren't sure, even when you had a great score, about the precision of your games. Do you feel this has been a problem, or it's just been bad openings in the last 2 games?
Yeah, somehow I just started to suffer a little bit right after playing the both games. And yeah, today just all the time slightly worse and a bit unpleasant.
So one more game to go. Levon, you will probably closely follow this end game. Are there any winning chances for black here?
doesn't seem like it, but you never know. Fabiano is a great fighter and he will definitely try his best.
right then. Thank you guys and best of luck for the
Thank
last
you very
game.
much.